So to answer your question, after Judgment Day issue 5, you're supposed to go read Avengers Issue 60, where you see Hawkeye. It starts off when we see Hawkeye walking through the city bloody in New York City. Now, if you go to my comic summaries review tab, and if you watch this Thunderbolts issue 1, then you would know why Hawkeye's in the city. He goes to this bar to use the bathroom key so he can go in there to clean up. He asks for a sandwich and some fries. 2 sandwiches, cheeseburgers to be exact. Once he gets done, he comes out and he sees Black Widow. Or we thought it's Black Widow. It's actually a Celestial appearing in the form of Natasha Romanoff. He thought she was lying, but then she's like, no, in fact, I'm not joking. I am a Celestial. I'm here to judge the human race, and I'm here to judge you. Hawkeye was like, man, I've seen this shit before. Let me guess. You came to me in some form of someone I respect that I'll listen to. She said, yeah, and I didn't want to get kicked out the diner. He's like, all right, it's okay. Show me your true form, though. Let's see it. She's like, you sure you want to see it? Fuck it. Here I go. He like, hold on, my cheeseburger. The Celestials has categorized the humans as a species as they call them TILF. Technological inclined life forgers. It means you're self-destructive, but you like an audience. You're curious, so you spread yourselves out everywhere to get everything. Surrounding yourselves with innocent bystanders, and then you just sort of implode. They're like a huge red flag for us. So when we stumble on a species like yours, we find it best to intervene early on to judge whether we can risk your continued existence. And my job, Clint, is to judge you. Can I ask you a question? Please do. Say hypothetically that I took my little bow and arrow, stood on the rooftop, looked down on the people walking by below and said to myself, that guy's been in jail. That kid plays Bejeweled at school all day. That woman has terrible taste in coats. And then hypothetically say, I just started killing everyone who didn't measure up to my wholly arbitrary standards. Would I pass your test? Our standards are not arbitrary. Oh, then what are they based on? They're complicated and frankly, not up to you. No, it's your swimming pool, so it's your rules, I get it. But let's understand something. The only reason why you're the one judging us is because you're powerful enough to force your judgment on us. Don't fool yourself into thinking you're any better. I mean, you haven't even thought this through enough to come up with the baseline. Like you're judging the worth of my existence compared to what? Okay, you want a baseline? You want a standard to be judged by? How about this? Whether your life brings as much joy and meaning to the universe as that blue metal box. Interesting. Still not playing your game though. In case I haven't been clear, you don't have a choice, Clint. So noted. Whether you care to act like it or not, you will be judged in a matter of 24 hours. So I suggest you pad your stats a little. I suggest you take this seriously. Oh, don't worry, I will. As he feeds this little dog, then he goes back to the crib and chill watch TV and shit. So he gets a call too, right? And basically he said that he needed help from whoever on the phone about the expert on alien physiology. So he said, maybe I should just tell the mayor. Then he started thinking to himself about how he's compared to the damn mailboxes, the Celestial said. And he's like, to be fair, I've helped save the world a bunch of times, but is that how this shit works? So he goes to the city hall and he meets up with the mayor, Luke Cage. If you've been watching my videos on my Comic Info Volume 2 tab, then you would know Luke Cage is the current mayor of New York City. He goes to talk to Luke Cage because he said he needed to talk to someone smart. He was like, ain't Tony Stark available? He's not that smart. You'll do. So they talking shit, right? He wanted to ask him, like, basically, how do you judge somebody? He's like, what do you mean, how do you judge somebody? He's like, I think that you should judge them by their intentions. Luke was like, well, maybe, but even monsters sometimes have good intentions. They just count on the quality of their omelet to make up for the eggs they broke. As they say, the road to hell is paved with many good intentions. Hawkeye was like, well, at least it's paved. Thanks for the prep talk, Mayor. He said, oh yeah, I almost forgot. Soda botched the job this morning, so now there's a wounded alien seeking vengeance in the sewers of the city. Just wanted to give you the heads up. You know, for Luke was like, hold on, what? Wait. So Hawkeye leaves and shit, right? Then he goes basically on a little mission to start taking out people and shit. And he's like, damn, it's crazy how assassination goes. As long as you got the highest vantage point, rooftop. He said he couldn't fucking hit the dude from this distance and knock him out, and knock his shot off. So he thought of a better plan. He shot the arrow into this water tank, and it took the dude out. Hawkeye gets over there and shit, then he's still off on dude. Bow! They get to fighting and shit. Bitch, bow, bitch, bow! He beat his ass. Before he beat dude ass, he was like, bro, did you notice who the fuck you let go? That was a black market arms dealer. By saving his life, you'll have sentenced hundreds to death. So we go to the streets of New York and we see fucking the Celestial as Black Widow again. She puts a damn letter into the damn mailbox and leave. The next day, he gets that letter. It says, "Dear Clint, it is weird that I call you dear. I'm not sure there's a polite or appropriate way to announce that you have been judged. And the result of my judgment are as follows. I've been watching closely as expected. I have found your species to be self-absorbed and violent. You deplore the arrogance of others that you call righteousness in yourselves. You act even though that you don't even know what to do. You can barely tell right from wrong and usually don't even try. But to be fair, this is a trick question because the truth is there is no right answer. Every decision is dependent upon the needs of the moment. And there are more possibilities to consider than the atoms in the universe. Our only hope is to become better and smarter beings each time it is asked of us, and that the only way to become better people is to keep asking that question of ourselves. There may not be anything such as moral clarity, but that doesn't mean we can't grow. And you have grown, which is apparently a mailbox can't do. So that my judgment is that you pass, you will live. But we will be watching.